As you guys may already know, my name is Hannah, and I come from a place that's very far away from home. I come from the motherfucking West Coast. I'm from California, from the Central Valley. And recently, I took a trip all the way back home, as you can see from these video clips. But it was one of the shortest trips I've ever taken in the 10 years that I've been back and forth to home, to Britain. Because I lived in York up in the north, and I've lived in Cardiff. And it's all home to me. It's all the same. But as I crossed the Severn Bridge this year, I felt different. Because I knew I'd only been there 11 days, and I knew it was going to be very short. So I wanted to spend all the time I could with the people I loved. And, I didn't go to many of the places that, I knew I wanted to see, like Caerphilly Castle and Barry and different places like that. But as the time came down on my trip and, I only had a couple days left, I realized that every moment I spent, all during those 11 days, I had spent with the people I love. And even though I didn't go to the normal sightseeing places that I like to go when I would take drives on my own when I lived there, I didn't waste my time. It was an 11 days full of love and laughter, some sad crying by me, of course. But it was all very overwhelming because I would get very little sleep and I'd wake up and get ready and go. But it was such a full and enjoyable trip that I have no regrets. And all of these memories packed into an 11 days are some of my favorite, and I'll never forget them. Because time is cruel. And as I said to Adam on my last night, whether it's been 3 years, 5 weeks, or 11 days, my last moments and those last couple of hours before I have to leave and go back to California, they always feel just as horrible, just as sad. I always get that pit, in my stomach kind of twisting feeling that I'm going to have to leave all of this. I'm going to have to leave everyone I love. And I never want to go. So I try to enjoy these moments until the day comes where I can finally be home without a time limit, without a time frame on things, and thinking, oh, well, I need to do this before I go because I don't know when I'll see you again. Without those thoughts, where I could just be and just enjoy home for what it is and live my life without restriction. And until that day, I'm always going to feel sad when I have to go. I'm always going to get those horrible feelings. But I have to try to remind myself to remember all of those little moments along the way. The reason I traveled 6,000 miles, and that's why I record all these little things and I take sneaky videos, because I never want to forget. And when I'm sad, I can look back at this and remember fondly that life, even in its simplest, little tiny moments, can be so wonderful, especially when I'm so fortunate and I'm surrounded by an amazing group of friends. In all my travels and all my time, I never thought I would meet people like this. Even though there's an empty flat now and the laughter is faded, it's still in there, right in my heart, and in these video clips. And those will never go away. So to end this, I'd like to talk about one of my favorite quotes. Maybe our mistakes are what make our fate. Without them, what would shape our lives? Perhaps if we never veered off course, we wouldn't fall in love, or move away, or be who we are. After all, seasons change. So do cities. People come into your life and people go. But it's comforting to know the ones you love are always in your heart. And if you're very lucky, a plane ride away.